John, all I'm saying is a movie like that, you've definitely busted mutton before.
You know, I think like I could win. I could set like world records.
I think you should like have that mentality. Like what we should do is we show up to an event where like a trans person has been like beating the shit out of women or something. And then like we also identify as a woman and go in there and like beat the shit out of that individual, and then just like be like meh, and then just hand the trophy off to like the number 2, like the first chick, and just be like she won, like type of thing. I think like men should get together and just start like actively doing that. Just be like, oh, you want to fucking compete? Cool, I'm also gonna compete, and then just go in there and just do it, whatever sport it is, you know, like fucking. Like if it's swimming, we'll go get like an Olympic swimmer and be like, hey man, defend these girls, got it. And they go in
get
there.
Your buddy.
Okay, we could get retard, and then retard could go in there and fucking rule ass and fucking be like, oh yeah, never mind, I'm not really a chick here, she won, and like give it to the first girl in the line or something. You know what I mean? Like I think that would be you still got to compete.
What sport
just
are
get
we
your ass
competing
whipped.
in where I get to rule ass?
You
have my attention.
Hey, you take your pick, pal. I have confidence in you.
Just saying.
The squat.
Mutton busting.
Mutton.
Mutton.
Yeah, mutton busting.
Oh.
Jazz has the advantage of being almost the same height.
It's true.
Like that's, you know, so it would be weird if you did it.
If I did what?
If you did mutton
He's
busting.
been that tall since 4th grade.
Yeah.
That would be weird for me.
Almost believe that.
You got to go to Samoan mutton busting.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you gotta go to like
No, those are muttons. Those are feral pigs that are riding.
they're riding Russian boars.
Goddamn water buffalo. I'm not going out there.
It's like that fucking pig was at the fair last week. That's bullshit.
I'll ride that one. The ones that those are not.
Yeah, no shit.
That pig has no fingers and still flip me off. I don't understand how the fuck this is happening.
That
Like-
pig has tattoos. No.
I had a conversation with a guy recently, and he was telling me about a bar fight he got into, and out of nowhere, this Samoan dude showed up and just started just beating the shit out of everybody in the bar. And the guy was like, he grabbed him and went to hit him and was just like, felt his skin and was like, nope. Like, I'm not hitting iron. Like, dude, those motherfuckers, they're built different. Them Samoan dudes are fucking strong and fucking tough. Yeah. I wish we could get them into like hockey. Can you imagine getting like Samoan dudes into hockey?
No, they don't get past rugby.
Isn't that the sequel to Cool Runnings?
It'd be fucking awesome runnings.
You know,
it'd be
they're
everybody
making
else
another
running.
one.
But it's not a sequel. They're just remaking it.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's because Disney's completely run out of content, so they're just making.
They're just
their old
remaking
shit.
their old shit. That sucks.
That's like they released that. They did a Lilo and Stitch live action movie.
Yeah.
Except for the older sister actually gives up Lilo to the state so she can leave Hawaii to go study marine biology in California. Hawaii has one of the best marine biology departments in the world.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you're a born resident and you can get in, you go for free.
Truth. So you guys give me that big fuck off later.
That movie releasing restored my faith in humanity a little bit, because when everything was on fire, everybody united together to just shit on Disney in that new movie. Everybody was like, no, we are united in hating this.
By the way,
Well, that and the Snow White bomb.
you have
that
no
too.
idea how good Jameson is following that fucking
Oh yeah.
that other drink.
What do I want? Yeah. I'll just,
Boys, do we want to start off the show with
Cheese and rice.
John's ready to get into that bottle?
He started talking about mutton and he just
Super-
lost his shit out.
Super excited about that booze.
We're going to start the show off with shouting out our Patreon supporters.
Shout them out.
Shout out to Graham M, who bought us a drink, Jacob S, who bought us a drink, and Big Dick Chase L, who got us the bottle service.
Fuck
Shout out
yeah,
to
Chase.
guys.
buddy.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate the fuck out of y'all. Keeping the wheels on this fucking rocket.
It's a fucking good dude.
Yep.
Mikey, did you just have a seizure?
Yeah, dude. I'm having strokes over here. That fucking one sip fucking like I'm not okay, dude. I'm injured.
Yeah, if y'all want to see the boys have a visceral reaction to a drink,
I'm
was-
still mad about
that is this week's one sip synopsis.
You
You
know-
can only get on Patreon, and boy, it was bad.
That was fucking terrible.
So bad.
What are we drinking now, fellas?
Fucking Jameson.
I'm
I can
fucking
trust
using
it.
chemicals to get this out of my gullet. I'm drinking Red Bull. Fuck. Guys, it wouldn't be the Freedom Friends if we didn't talk about our number one sponsor, Warfighter Tobacco. Obviously, you guys have seen us all smoke them. We're here to talk about a quality product that everybody can enjoy. The great equalizer, as we've called it, the Warfighter Tobacco Stick. And it's not just cigars. They've got humidors, travel humidors, cutters, lighters, everything you need to get started on that journey. Check out warfightertobacco.com and use that code FTFO. Score yourself that sweet, sweet 15%. If you want to know my personal favorite, I'm a 762 Field guy. I like that Sumatra, real nice and even keeled cigar. Great for us beginner smokers, right? And I'm told that these taste even better when you're listening to the Freedom Friends podcast. Now, back to the show. This episode is brought to you by Grill Your Ass Off. It's no secret, we're all middle-aged dudes who love barbecue. Grill Your Ass Off is our main go-to for our spices. That's what we use, man. Whether you're doing burgers on the grill, steaks, or my personal favorite, a little bit of pork belly burn ends, right? They've got you covered on all of that. They also have salsas. They also have seasonings and spices. They got beer salts. They've got everything, man. Check them out. GrillYourAssOff.com/Freedom Friends Podcast, or use the code Freedom Friends Podcast at checkout.
People send me the weirdest shit.
Yeah.
Like, here's the difference between black-eyed peas and chickpeas.
That's
Ooh,
a
what's the
completely
difference?
different fucking species of bean.
So the black-eyed peas can sing us a song, but chickpeas can only hum us one.
That's right. That's right. I got a whole ass group of people with my coleslaw fucking joke this weekend. It was fucking, you talk about, I dangled that fucking bait out there. Fucking like the whole fucking group snatched it. And I was like, yeet.
It feels so good when you just nail it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's
it's
so much better than any other joke. Because it's just like, oh, I fucking got you.
Because if you just try to cold a dad joke,
Yeah.
it doesn't work. But if you get like a smooth setup into one,
it makes it all better.
There's no better feeling. It's like, yeah. Like I'm on a high for like a day.
yeah,
Like if you have a really good, like you fucking nail one.
yeah.
Like my all-time favorite is I got two camera guys on a boat with why do scuba divers roll backwards? I got them on a fucking boat as Nick was doing back rolls, and I was like, "Oh,
Here it
That's
comes.
the best.
Do you guys
the
know
best.
why he rolls back
yeah."
off the boat?
And they're like, "Why?"
Oh, I know.
I'm like, well, if you rolled 40 on the boat, and Nick was just like, "You son of a bitch."
Yeah. Yeah.
When was the last time you guys got someone with a good like D's or Ligma or Dragon?
About 20 years ago.
Oh, those hit good too.
Last week.
Yeah, I got my wife with one last.
Now, in all fairness, I own an environment where this joke is very easy to pull off because it is. We have a bunch of D&D players and Magic players and all this kind of stuff. So I was walking around and it was a huge D&D group. There's like 10 of them. And I know the group. They come in every week. They play, and they're really nice. And I know the DM. And when I was standing next to the DM, I was like, "You should throw some mind goblins into the dungeon." And the whole table was looking. Was like, "What's a mind goblin?" I was like, "Mind goblin these nuts." And then I just walked out. So,
Yeah. I got somebody the other day. I was like, hey, I was like, have you ever taken like 2 CDs and then just like did this? And they were trying to be a smartass. And they're like, what are CDs? I'm like, two CDs. You ever had them? And they're like, no. I'm like, do you need 2 CDs? I'm dangling it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get him to like catch the joke and he's not. And I'm just like, fucking kids these days, man. Like I was like disappointed. I was like, you guys are no fun. There's no fun.
It's always
out
fun to
there.
dangle these nuts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just dangling 2 CDs. These nuts. That dude, the D's Nuts guy fucking did an update recently. I saw a video where he was like, Hat still got him. And I was like, yeah, he's doing okay. All right. So it was good to know that guy was safe.
Okay.
It is so weird to live in a world to think that you can be that level of famous and made nothing for it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, he's not doing any better. I can guarantee that.
Probably in a worse apartment than he was when he made that fucking first video.
Probably.
It is amazing what gets you like fucking the D's Nuts guy, Hawk Tua.
Tua girl. Yeah.
That one fucking blew me away.
She tried.
disappeared.
She tried. Well, it turns out that when you scam everybody with your own crypto coin,
Yeah.
it
Yep.
doesn't.
Yeah.
Go over super well.
There
It
was a little
turns
bit more to that story.
That if
She
you
didn't
take
mean to do that.
if you take a huge piece of white trash that's just about spitting on dick and give her the opportunity to scam a bunch of people, she's gonna do it. It's like they've never seen My Name Is Earl.
That's like half that plot of that show.
She could have just been that actress in that show. They even sound the same.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah. Wait, which one?
The blonde wife.
Oh, fucking the fuck is her name?
I don't know.
Joe Dirt's sister.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's gonna hurt my soul that I don't know that bitch's name.
I don't know. Well, that's just like the Hawk Tua girl. I don't know her fucking name either. She's just
Haley-
a Hawk Tua girl.
Haley something.
I didn't know that this is something that we could do. We just saw a headline. Lithuania notifies UN of withdrawal from landmine ban treaty.
Yeah.
Hey, UN,
treaty.
we're out.
we want
We're playing with
landmines
landmines again.
again. We want landmines again, dude.
Yeah, you can go to treaty.
Yeah, I mean, because there's no like expiration date.
It's just
or-
saying that you and I agree. And as long as everybody agrees, then the treaty's still in action. But as soon as you guys kind of go like, yeah, I'm out.
I think I like landmines again. I'm gonna have to pump the
Make-
brake.
Really a
landmines
double-edged
game
sword.
great
though.
again.
Like that's a
Yeah, that's a weird hill to die on.
They're great until you forget where you put them.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a double-edged sword. One
Yeah.
good rain, and you're just like, fuck.
Like the ground shifted. How much?
Like, do the new mines, do they come up with like an app?
just got like just get those Apple discs in them.
No, it's like you can like armor,
Exactly.
disarm, or you know what I mean?
Should.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Why not?
That would be fucking
Like
brilliant.
I can
maybe a
open
little
my-
remote detonation.
I can open my garage door that way. That
know.
seems like the same thing.
Why can't I do that? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. And then we'll take one of those robot dogs and put mines all over it.
Oh, the ones from Boston?
Yeah.
Boston Dynamics?
Yeah.
ones?
I mean, the Russians still use German Shepherds with explosives to
That's so
crawl under
fucked.
tanks.
That's true.
Actually, I take it back. I think they killed that like 20 years ago, but
Well, they just ran.
it was
But
very
it
recent.
went longer than it should have.
It was very recent.
Yeah.
They were still training in
Well, it's like the fucking Swedes and their eugenics. Like those motherfuckers were killing the elderly and fucking retarded people well into the late 80s. They were doing that shit. And it was like, yo, fucking
yeah.
terrible people over there in fucking Europe. Sometimes.
Once you can't make chocolate anymore, they're just like, you're done.
Yeah, right. Shit. Shit. Oh, hey buddy.
Hi.
How's your weekend?
It's good. It's actually a good weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's everything right now it's all boring shit. No one else here, but it's all fucking shit around the house and nesting of things for the baby and
Yep. A lot of fucking
all that
honeydew
kind of
shit.
stuff. So yeah, I mean, like, it's stuff I don't mind doing, but
Sure.
you know, I had to go like pseudo furniture shopping to get some stuff.
Mm.
I had to go get spackle to finish the nail because I finished the baby room, like
Yeah.
the floor and the baseboards and like all the architectural shit I changed in there and whatever.
Yeah.
But I did all that trim work and now there's the little holes from all the brad nails, and so I've got to go through and fill all that so that Caitlin can do the trim work. And,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a good week. I felt very accomplished at the end of it, but
That's good.
and then I've got to figure out. I would have rather been working on Caitlin's car, but it's not going anywhere, and the baby's going to show up.
The baby's
I don't
coming.
really get a choice.
Yeah. Yeah. That timeline does
I can't put that one off. Like
Yeah.
that one. So
that one doesn't care. There's no procrastination when it comes to that thing.
there's not. So John was off doing horse girl things this weekend.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
I was. Mallory is now a world champion.
Got a girl, Mal.
Yeah.
What are horses?
Um,
Does it count for the trainer, or is a horse a world champion?
no, the trainer as well.
I think it's both.
Yep.
I think that's
Yeah,
the
they're
thing they
both-
put around the horses thing.
So
That-
now
instead
it's
of
very
the
interesting
buckle.
how it works. It's, I feel like everybody gets the title. So the horse gets the title. The person who showed the horse gets the title,
And the owner gets it too.
and the breeder.
Really?
They could be all different.
Huh.
Yep.
Well, I guess it'd be
Well, I know
next
they
year.
can be different. You see it a lot in race horses,
Sure.
where you get like
Yeah.
the people that own it, the people that breed it, the people trained it, the like.
the more expensive the horses are, the more people that are involved.
Because everybody wants their piece. Yeah.
It's because there's investments. Like people invest in those
Well,
fucking
you're-
things, man.
it's one of those things that's not really talked about, but like each individual horse can almost be its own business. Like if you have 20 horses, right, and say out of those 20 you have 4 that are stallions and they're good with good bloodline, and you know that horse itself is its own business, and you have to market it and like hundreds of thousands of dollars in marketing. It's not just like, oh yeah, hey everybody, look, I have a nice horse. Yeah, so do 18 million other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Well, because you're winning on minor shit. Like nobody that's in the competition circuits is showing up with like a scrub ass horse. Like they're all
No,
good looking horses, right?
Yeah,
So
sure.
you're winning on like these little tiny
right.
differences, and
Littlest minuscule.
you've got to know how to bring attention to all of that and hype the horse so that somebody gets excited about seeing the product. It's no different than somebody that's managing a bunch of real estate.
Yeah.
You're essentially managing each piece of real estate as an independent business. And
Sure.
then-
That makes sense.
But now as the horses get older, it gets really, really interesting. Because at that point, it's based on what that horse can do. It's not just like, oh, it looks good. And that, you know, it does basic directions, you know, when they're yearlings. Then you get into like a lot of the fancy show shit where they're doing like slide stops and, you know, quick. It's just like,
So is this like a cowboy horse, or is this like a
this is more Western, like hunter under saddle, hunter jumper type shit.
okay?
The one that Mal was just showing. Not so much Western.
All right, so more like
Not
like equestrian jumping type of shit.
yes and no, but yeah.
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 Well, it's more similar to that
Yeah,
than
yeah,
say like
Then
it's like a barrel racing horse or a
Right.
fucking or like or like what the hell's it called, the cowboy horse where they do like the fucking shortstop shit where
I don't fucking
when they herd the fucking
cow horses.
like those things are fucking impressive too.
Yep.
And they're worth fucking
Insane amounts of money.
like 3 times the amount of my house
Yeah.
type of shit. Like fucking bananas. Yeah.
insane. Now the cool thing though is
Thanks, Yellowstone. I wouldn't have known that if it wasn't for you.
so there's a lot of people that buy a horse and they're like, I want my horse to do that.
Sure.
And
Like
then they
dog
take
trainers.
it to a handful of different trainers, just like dogs. Except people understand dogs, where for some fucking reason they don't understand horses. And they're like, I want my horse to do that. And that trainer's like, it's going to be really hard. They're like, that's fine. Well, half of it's that trainer's fault. Except the trainer's like, no, that's not what this horse does. It's just like dogs, right? Like you have certain dogs, you're like, oh, fuck, this is a protection dog.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
have certain dogs, you're like, ooh, this is going to be a great hunting dog. And then you have other dogs like this dog just lives on a couch.
Yeah. This is
And they can all be the same breed,
therapy dog at best.
right? Same with horses, right?
Yeah.
So
Personality
you
goes
need
a
to
long
bring
way.
that horse to a good trainer that can recognize what this horse will be good at, by small traits, little characteristics in training, and then focus the training on that horse.
Yeah.
Because and I know people that are like, oh yeah, I want to do jumping. Okay, cool. Like, I got a horse too.
Dressage.
Sweet. And then they're like,
Assault.
I don't know why my horse doesn't want to do this. I'm using the right trainers. I'm spending all this money and I have all this equipment. It's because the fucking horse doesn't want to jump over a metal fucking pole.
Yeah.
There's
That
Yeah,
horse,
I love watching those.
that horse wants to just chill, doc.
I love watching those videos of the people that are trying to train dressage horses, the ones that'll go and jump over a little thing.
Yeah.
And they'll ride it around and the horse is at a great trot and they'll bring it around and they'll get to that jump and the horse,
The horse
just
is
goes,
like, nope.
nope. And you just see the rider just go,
Yeah. Yep.
because the rider's all lifted and everything to prep to go over. And so they have like no contact with the horse. And that horse just goes, burp. And
Yeah,
it
just kidding.
Your feet do not stay in those fucking stirrups, dog. Yee.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's-
that riding position makes my knees hurt looking at it.
For
that,
sure.
That English fucking riding position. I
I'm
look at
too
that and I'm like,
big.
I'd never.
Yeah.
I can't. My body doesn't.
If
work
I
that
somehow was able to bend into that position, that's where I'd live. Like that's
way. That's it.
that's permanent. We're changing all the doors for me and my horse to get through because you're never getting me off of this fucking thing. Like there's no fucking way.
This is life now.
Yeah.
Fucking I. You and me, buddy. Until you die and I can move.
Dude, I'm at the because we're all in that age bracket, right? Like you change anything and you're fucked.
Mhm.
Like, so my wife's pregnant, so she's getting that like 3rd trimester heartburn thing when she's sleeping, so she doesn't sleep real well.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to sleep on a bunch of pillows.
She could have just waited till her 40s and got that
But-
anyways.
We have an adjustable bed.
Which
And
is
she was like,
wonderful.
well, I'm gonna start sleeping on the couch.
So for her,
So I can start sleeping elevated. And I was like, we did not buy this insane adjustable fucking bed for you to sleep on the fucking couch. If anything, I'll sleep on the couch. You can adjust the bed. And I was like, or you can just adjust the bed and I'll fucking make it work. So we have the bed inclined like 15 degrees.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a lot,
Yeah.
Just enough to.
but it's
you.
just enough when I'm sleeping that I get up in the morning and I'm like, and I like, I'll roll and you just hear everything go like, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Yeah, it's just enough. But she's sleeping, and I'm like, whatever. I can do it for 60 days. I don't give a
that's
fuck.
more important.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not the one growing the human. I'll deal with fucking 60 days.
Telling you, man, should have got the Split King.
No.
And
Fuck yeah.
No.
Well, why do you need snuggle time?
Yeah, split cane works until you try to fuck on it.
yeah, it's horrible.
Oh, you just lay one side down, handle biz.
The whole reason that we didn't get the split king is that we got
I'm
on
a
it,
little
and I
bit more adventurous than
Yeah,
you are, but I need that whole bed.
when we laid on the split king, I literally like rolled, and as soon as I hit that seam in the middle, I was like, nope,
Yeah,
absolutely fucking not.
I have the
Not
Split
gonna
King.
do it.
I have the Split King, and it's amazing. I love that shit.
Yeah, I had one.
Now, granted, I
rid of it.
also just have a fuck bed too. Like I'll just
Yeah.
go in the guest room and fuck if I have to. Like, I got a nice big
So much work.
king size Tempur-Pedic in that motherfucker. That's a good time.
What's the thing from 50 Shades of Grey? Your playroom or whatever?
No, I don't have all that. But don't king shame me, bitch. I thought we didn't do that around here.
I'm not king shaming. I'm just observing.
Yeah, that's too much work. I agree.
I'm not going to the other room.
Yeah, that's a lot of
I have
planning.
2 children.
Yeah.
I will go wherever the fuck I can.
That's true.
Like, I will get in where I fit in, dog. And get it in where I fit it in. Shit. I want to go diving.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
sky or scuba.
Yes. Kind of both. Yeah. Yes, actually. Yeah, I need to go fucking hit a fucking skydive actually.
Yeah,
It's been I'm getting close to my fucking hey dickhead, you're almost not current.
oh,
Yeah. So I need to go fucking get a jump in. Now the cool thing is that since I have my B license now, it's law like for an A license holder it's 6 weeks, right? For a B license holder it's like 90 days or some shit. So it's like I can go a little longer without jumping now, right? Or so which is nice, but still I don't want to. I need to go get some wind therapy in my face, but also scuba. I want to go fucking do some diving. Are we supposed to do a thing this month?
yeah. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Fucking boo.
Yeah,
We're gonna go do a silo. We're supposed to.
Oh,
No.
cool. They flood a silo.
Yeah, it's like North Texas. Apparently, it's cold as fuck too. You're gonna need a fucking wetsuit, but I have one.
it's a little chilly to say the least.
Yeah,
I think it's 60 or 62.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cold water.
That's fucking freezing.
yeah.
Like that's 7 mil dry suit territory.
Yeah, that's cold.
Yep.
Did you guys hear about Liver King getting arrested?
Oh yeah.
For
'Cause he-
making terroristic threats.
Yeah.
did you see what? So I thought it was one video. It's like 40 videos.
Yeah.
Where
he
he's
went on like a
like-
posting spree.
And then he flew to Austin and was
Yeah.
like, "Where are you at, Joe Rogan?"
well, he was like in his hotel room with guns and being like, "Fucking you, me, man on man." It's like, why the
Now,
fuck do you
mind
have
you,
guns in the
He was
video?
also staying at the Four Seasons in Austin. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with a lot of the hotels in Austin,
Hmm.
like the higher end ones, because that's classified as a higher end one.
All
But
the
it's
Four
on
Seasons are.
It's
Four
on the
Seasons,
lower
for
end
sure.
of the higher end. Like that's
Yeah, there
that
are some
Four
in
Seasons-
Austin, however, that is.
That Four Seasons should have been redone about 15, 20 years ago.
Oh, it was high to luxury in like the early 90s.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was beautiful, but it's still the same.
Yeah, they haven't updated fuck all.
No.
Yeah,
It's also like down the block from the Indigo, so I'm not really sure why you would look at those two and go like, that one.
Right.
That's,
this is how fancy that Four Season is. I've stayed there.
And so does Liver King.
I'm convinced though. I think he was. So from what the report that I read was, the police called Joe Rogan, and essentially they just had to go like, "Hey, do you feel threatened?" And he was like, "Yeah." I think he's going the whole like, "Yeah, fucking throw the book at him," because I think he's using him as like, "Fucking, I'm gonna make an example out of you. You want to do stupid shit. and you're gonna fuck up my life.
Well,
Like, nope.
So this all stemmed from Liver King sat front row at a show of Joe's in Vegas a couple years ago, right?
Yeah.
And I guess they spoke briefly, or they saw each other at a fucking UFC event, and they spoke briefly again. And he's like, "You gotta put me on your show. Got to put me on your show." And Joe's thing is like, no.
Oh yeah.
And then after he came out, and it all came out that he was a fucking remember the list of the stack of fucking steroids
yeah.
that we
wasn't
talked
like,
about
it
it.
was
Shit.
like $14,000 a month.
Yeah, so fucking
Joe Rogan
bananas.
had like one of his buddies, one of his doctor buddies, come on and explain like this is what this drug is, and this is, and he like essentially had an episode dedicated to what the fuck Liver King was on.
Yeah, and because of that, Joe was like, "It's never gonna fucking happen."
Yeah.
And Liver King took that as he's trying to ruin my livelihood, and it's like, no, he's not.
You did that yourself.
You did that
Fuck
yourself by fucking lying, dude.
Hasn't Joe Rogan also been pretty vocal about the fact that if you come to him and ask him to be on the show, you're never going to be on the show?
I
I
mean,
think so. Most of it's
he's
all
definitely
like,
said that before, yeah, for sure.
Like, I'm pretty sure I have memory of him going like, all these people that, think that they're coming up so that they're going to platform off of me. He's like, we invite all of our guests. We do not get told who's coming.
the only two ways from what I've seen to get on Joe Rogan is Joe Rogan thinks you're interesting and he gives you an invite, or like one of his good buddies is just like, oh, I had this dude on my podcast and he was fucking awesome. And he's like,
Right.
oh, cool.
But at the
those
same
are the
time,
only
that's
two
not
ways.
that's not like a publicist calling Joe
No.
Rogan or a celebrity going to Joe Rogan and going, put me on the show.
Yeah.
That's a
He's talked about he literally is, he will be the one to reach out. And then he's like, once the person that he's inviting is like, yeah, I'm down. He's like, all right, cool. I'm gonna plug you in with my guy.
we'll get you
your plane
scheduled
and all that
yeah.
shit. But he's the one that's like directly reaching out, which is fair. Like
It's cool.
he has that luxury and it's fucking dope. But
But that's why he did it the way he did it, so that he wouldn't be, beholden to any fucking higher entity, right? Like that's why he did what he did.
Well, he's not part of a plug circuit. He's not part of a whatever. So yeah, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Your publicist or your PR team for whatever project you're on reached out to all these media outlets. It doesn't mean you're getting Joe's show. You're
Yeah,
gonna go do late night, which nobody watches anymore. But
sure.
it's just a fucking shame.
I don't know.
Late night?
Well, it's because
The late night talk shows, just in general, like
late night hosts turned into dog shit, right?
yeah. Well, there was nobody to keep up with it, and to be honest with you, now it's all got to be some gimmick game.
Like when Fallon is the better of the
Yeah.
options, that's
Well, the
fucking
networks
strange.
weren't exactly smart about it either.
Well, no. Well, the Man Show guy is a fucking hypocritical cunt. I can't stand Jimmy Kimmel. I think that dude is the biggest fucking piece of shit in Hollywood.
I love
Like-
the fact that cable television got greedy and then now it is obsolete.
And
Yeah.
it's more expensive than it ever has been.
Now it is.
To put cable in.
Now.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
like,
Like you
I-
could pay for fucking 14 different streaming services. It's still less than cable. Although
You only-
now you're getting all the same fucking commercials.
you only
still.
need like 3 and then you can have access to anything you want to watch.
Yeah.
True.
But like, yeah.
I'm convinced that the late night show and all those interview shows, their clips on social media get more views than the actual show does,
For sure.
because it cuts out all the bullshit fat in between guests and commercials and stuff. And they're just like, oh, here's the 30 seconds you would have watched this 30-minute interview for. And they throw it up and it gets views there.
Well, look at Bill Maher. That's a good example of
Yeah.
that, right? Like Bill Maher's show is politically driven swiv like the whole time. It's just dribble the whole time.
Yeah.
And then once in a while there's a gotcha moment and they put that into micro content and it's like, oh, okay, cool.
Mm.
But for the most part, like I don't want to watch his fucking show. I don't want to watch a bunch of political bullshit.
Well, I mean, speaking of Joe, though, like it's also made it to where there are so many people like Joe Rogan have made podcasting so legitimate
Right.
that you have bigger podcasts that were nobodies. These
Yeah.
guys were just started a show in their fucking basement, and now their podcast is incredibly listened to, and they're getting access to A-list stars and stuff that are on tours that are on publicity tours or willing to show up and do it.
For sure.
That you don't need these late night shows anymore. People are ingesting it when they want to. They're getting better interviews because they're getting hold of these guys going like, okay, you understand though, it's not a 4-minute spot. Like
Yeah.
if you're going to be the guest for the show, it's an hour or two.
Yeah.
Like you're
Yeah.
here for the long haul.
Yeah, it's long format. It's in depth. There's no writer. Like there's no like we can't talk about this and this and this and this. And it's like, well, then you can't do my show. Like
or the
if you-
pre-run,
you know?
and you can always tell that it's this pre-run stuff. And
Sure.
it's like, no, they're too natural up there. I'm like, they're only interviewing actors. You think they can't lie to you for 120 seconds?
Quite literally their job, dog.
I
And they
think
can sit
that's-
there and go like, oh man, I can't believe you found that. They knew, they provided the clip. It, like,
Yeah.
I think it's literally a quote from Joe Rogan where he talks about you can't bullshit someone for 3 hours.
Nope.
Like you can't sit across the table from me and just put on a face for 3 hours. Like I'm gonna get through it and then I'm gonna fucking hammer down.
You've seen guests of his try.
Bernie's the most recent one,
Bernie tried.
which is funny because Joe's
Bernie Mac or
openly
Bernie
been
Sanders.
Sanders.
Bernie Mac is dead.
What? That'd have been
That'd have been
that'd be
real
hard to
weird.
fill 3 hours with
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders or Bernie.
Bernie Mac could hold it for 3 hours.
I think Bernie Mac. I think Bernie Mac would have done a better one than Bernie Sanders.
Probably.
Which is funny though, because Joe's openly talked about how he's like, I'm a fan of Bernie. And then he had him on the show again recently and was just like, maybe not.
Yeah.
Like-
Well, because he calls out the hypocrisy because Bernie's still very much into the fucking political spectrum because he's still an active senator, you know? So like he can't fucking, it's almost like he's on a leash. He's not allowed to say certain things about certain fucking topics, right?
Mhm.
Because it's not correct, politically correct, or it shits on his party or whatever.
Well, he still
No,
has
it's
to get
bad
that-
for his career.
Yeah, he has to get
Yeah.
that donor money.
And
But
it's like,
it's I've just always found it really interesting that somebody that is so pro eat the rich is rich.
yeah. Doesn't he own like 6 houses or some shit?
Massive.
Fucking like, yeah, like
Yeah.
it's fucking dramatic.
Yeah,
like,
he's worth millions and millions and millions of dollars.
yeah.
But it's all about
And that shit just fell out of the sky, huh, Bernie? Like, yeah. Fucking socialist fucking twat,
Capitalism
dude.
at its best.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. Got people like him get rich off capitalism but then preach socialism. And it's like,
These
but
big-
it's I mean, to be honest with you,
I-
it's all of them. Like he just most recently did that thing. He was doing some rally and it was literally about the whole fucking spread the money back out and da-da-da-da. And he's literally holding a socialist rally on American soil because he is an admitted democratic socialist.
yep.
And he's holding a socialist rally on American soil. But it's cool. We don't have freedom here.
Right.
So there's nothing illegal about him doing that. That is 100% totally legal in our country to be able to do that. I'm just saying, when you can do something like that in a country, it's because we don't do things like just randomly arrest people for, quote, sedition because they say some shit you don't want to hear.
Yeah.
That's called freedom.
Yeah. They're England. Pay attention.
But he's sitting there and he got handed a piece of paper because we had bombed Iran.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I got this. This is woefully unconstitutional. And I was like, first off, the Constitution doesn't govern any of that. The Constitution is the law of our land.
Yeah.
It has absolutely nothing to do.
With armed
anything.
conflict at all.
Secondly, the executive branch and its ability to conduct action has no oversight from the judicial branch
Yeah.
at all, especially when it comes to foreign policy. So unless he conducted a war crime,
Yeah.
which he didn't, and we wouldn't hold him accountable for that anyways, it would then go to the UN and the UN would handle that. It has absolutely nothing to do with the legality in our law of the land. But these politicians don't know our laws. They don't know how any of this fucking shit operates.
Yeah. You would
If it's
would they?
unconstitutional, prove it in court.
yeah.
And if you can't, then it's not unconstitutional. Right?
Yeah.
So I feel like if somebody's going to publicly state that something is unconstitutional, they also need to have legal paperwork that's actively in court to back it up.
Well, what's the job of the Supreme Court? The job of the Supreme Court is to interpret laws. That's them in a fucking nutshell. They interpret what's right and wrong according to our Constitution and our laws in our country, right? Just because a senator's like, that's unconstitutional. And it's like, not according to these fucking 12 people who said that it's definitely not.
But you can also,
It's like,
the thing is that even as a senator or a congressman or whatever, they can say whatever the fuck they want to.
Yep.
It doesn't make any of it right.
yeah,
It is your job as the population to actually know better than them
Yeah.
and know when they're bullshitting you. Because they're
Which
all
is all the
bullshitting you.
time.
So, but yeah, we threw 6 bombs. Everybody's all up in arms about it. How many did Obama drop?
Fucking way more than that.
I think in a single year it was like 3,000,
That doesn't matter though. It's Obama.
and then
He did Obamacare
and
American-
deported over 3 million illegal
Oh, that
immigrants.
doesn't matter either.
Yeah. Oh,
He did
dude,
the
Trump
Affordable Care Act. You
Trump
can't
could
talk
fucking-
about Obama.
Trump could cure cancer this week, and the fucking Democrats would find a way to make it a fucking bad thing. Like, it's ridiculous, dude.
This is 2016 alone.
Okay, 2016 in Iraq.
Okay, I'm not going to count.
This
Iraq.
translates to approximately 72 bombs per day,
I'm not going to count Iraq.
or
You
3
can
bombs every hour.
you can take Iraq out.
Okay.
That's still. I mean, let's take Iraq and Afghanistan out. Those were still active war zones in 2016.
Yeah.
We'll take both of those out.
And Syria wasn't.
Syria wasn't 12,192 in Syria alone.
Yeah.
496 in Libya, 35 in Yemen, 14 in Somalia, and 3 in Pakistan.
Who was an ally? That's an ally.
So,
Like-
Now, those numbers are only for the year of 2016.
that's just 2016.
That's not his entire 8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, 3 bombs every hour of 2016.
Yeah.
Obama was dropping. Yeah. So people who, I don't know. Jazz and I talked about it on the show last week. Justin, you got our song queued up?
Bum 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 Iran.
Yeah.
Bum 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 Iran.
I'm going to do the Trump dance to it.
I was waiting for someone to ask for it. I was hoping someone was going to ask for it. Oh, my
I
fingers
thought I
itching.
queued it up when I said.
I thought so.
I was waiting.
I
Yeah.
said when we bombed Iran, and I even
I
left
know.
a pause.
I know. I was like, oh.
I think I looked over.
I was just waiting.
I left the pause
I know.
in there.
Yeah.
You know what? In another 5 years, we'll find our chemistry boys.
There it is. This is why
I-
nobody listens to late night television.
Maybe you and Jazz just need to have known each other a little longer.
Right? Yeah.
Jazz, that might be one of the best sayings I've heard from you in a long time. And nobody caught it.
This is why nobody listens to late night television. Yeah.
They don't listen to late night television. Exactly.
Exactly.
Fuck.
Perfect. Hey, so I figured out a cool little thing last week when I left the show.
What's that?
Or no, 2 weeks ago. So I left the show, I was on my bike, and went to go pre-apex, pull my front brake to bleed it off, to lean in, and both front pads are 100% glazed on that bike.
Yeah.
So it bled no speed.
Nice.
Luckily, it was a nice flat runoff. But
Yeah.
there was. I could have tried to lean it further, but it was one of those ones where it was like, "Ooh, I can either slide or I can get dirty." Like these are the options here.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Damn, dude.
so that was that was fun. But
Paid my truck off.
good job.
Yeah. Thank you. Yesterday.
When are you going to trade it in?
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Good deals on F-150s out there.
There are good deals on a lot of shit out there right now. And my traded value looks fucking very nice.
For all our listeners out there, drop a comment wherever you're listening and tell Mikey what he should get.
Yeah. Because I'm going to listen to you fucking chuds.
I'm just curious what
I take all my financial advice from the Freedom Friends fan base. Yeah. Fucking.
It's I mean, there's a lot out there, but I mean, the F-Series trucks are just.
Yeah, I like Tundras, man. I really kind of like Toyota now.
You know, I think an influencer should live their life for 90 days based on the collective vote of their followers.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that'd be funny.
that'd be amazing.
There'd be a lot of chicks out there who happen to have nice feet doing some weird shit.
They just do that already.
I know, right? That's just living life.
But they do it for money. I'm talking about like somebody that's like, I don't know, a YouTube influencer.
Well, there's only 2 types of influencers out there. There's female influencers, who's an influencer, but also has an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And then there's male influencers who also have another job.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like that's,
Who are an influencer with a day job and a podcast.
and then you have the female influencers who do OnlyFans.
Yeah, they show their butthole.
But we'll also tell you about this. I found this really cool thing on TikTok Shop. Really? That's how you already have the link to it on TikTok Shop?
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah, when I click on that, it just takes me to
Crazy.
OnlyFans.
Like the
Yeah.
the thing I hate the worst is like the branded content that people try to make where it's so fucking phoned in. Hey bro, hurry up, get in my car, listen to my stereo. Don't use that, use this one. Where'd you get that? Oh, I got it on TikTok Shop. It's like I fucking want to burn you I want to burn your house down. I want to burn your fucking house down with you in it.
Hey, they're trying.
Like I'd fuck them.
There's actually a guy I really like on there that he's like, I'm going to buy all the TikTok shit so that you don't have to. And I'll tell you what's worth it and what's not.
Huh.
And so when he goes, he'll like absolutely shit on a product, but he's legitimately just going on TikTok and he'll buy that product and then he will film a review of it and he will put the link to it on the video. It's not like an official, like TikTok's paying him to do it,
Yeah,
but he still gets the fucking residual off of the sale.
sure.
So go on there. So some of it's like, yeah, this fucking scrub brush for the sink, this is fucking trash. But this toe strap, really fucking good.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and it's so off the wall shit. It's fucking everywhere. But
I spent the weekend in a tent and I happened to have a small little air cooler, like a little fucking swamp cooler thing, like this big. Worked like a fucking champ.
You get it
I
on
would
TikTok?
fucking TikTok or Temu. It's one of the two. It's the same fucking warehouse, I'm sure.
I had one in my big tent and it like clamped onto the top and it was just like a battery powered ceiling fan. That
Oh
just,
yeah, I had that too.
They just moved the air in there and you'd be amazed at how much more comfortable it is when it's just not tent air.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a ceiling fan, and then I had I have like one of those Uline tables that
Yeah.
was sitting in there, and then I had that little swamp cooler on top of that.
Yeah, because you went on your therapeutic bender.
I did. I did. I feel fucking amazing. Feel great, dude.
Good.
Yeah, like yeah,
I mean, you're not in sandals yet, so something must be going right.
yeah. John and I sat down. We sat down and had about a 2-hour conversation about it yesterday for the other podcast for Warfighter, and kind of just went through everything, the whole thing, and that comes out Friday. But yeah, fucking. I'll tell you, I am a creature comfort guy though, man. I like my creature comforts.
Yeah.
Like there's a reason I bought an RV and I don't do the tent thing anymore. So in classic Mikey fashion, I spent some money and bought like a new tent, and I bought like the really nice 1 minute setup, click fucking tent and
Right.
shit, and wonderful idea. It's the best thing ever. We need to fund that shit. Like that thing's awesome. Coming from the days of a shelter half, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Like I had like, a memory foam fucking mattress on my adjustable fucking like
Yeah.
cot and shit. Like I went and bought some shit and it was nice.
Before I did RV, that's how. I mean, I would camp.
Yeah.
I mean, I was.
Yeah, it's glamping.
It would have been easier for me to set up my campsite if I was pulling a trailer with all the shit in it.
Right.
Like when we went to the wedding and took the trailer and everything went in that.
Yeah.
That was the best
Yeah.
glamping version I've ever done. Now I have the RV and I'm like,
Fuck
I'll
glamping.
never fucking sleep in a tent again.
I'll just bring my house.
Yeah, fuck
I
this.
have a secondary house.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, my wife and I went on that 3-day golf trip.
Yeah, yeah.
So we found this golf course up by Marble Falls.
Yeah.
It's in Kingsland, Texas. If you ever want to feel really good about yourself, go to Kingsland.
Yeah.
Because there's like 2,300 people that live there, and they're all lake people. And you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
So it's
I
like-
say
so-
lake people.
So it's like Tahoe,
No.
Oh. No.
No.
or is
No,
it
no,
like
no.
or is it like Canyon Lake?
Nope, not even Canyon Lake.
Like Medina Lake.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. This is
Okay.
that kind of stuff where you see people that like bought a double wide but put it on an actual foundation.
So like Tucson, if they had a lake. Type of people.
Because here's the funny thing is, like you've been to Marble Falls, right?
Lake Havasu.
Okay.
But in between every major holiday, like when there's nobody there and you go there and it's just the locals. Yeah.
Okay.
That's about as close
Yeah,
as you can get.
So have you ever been to Marble Falls?
Yeah.
So when you go into Marble Falls, the first like 10 businesses you see are wealth management firms,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And the houses are insane and
Yep.
like, so 15 miles from there is Kingsland.
How's
It's
the golf up there?
it's on the other end of Lake LBJ.
Oh, okay.
And these are still lake people. But when we went and checked in, so this golf course has a 12-slot RV parking lot off of hole 12. And like 10 of them are people that own houses on the golf course just have them like permanently set up there.
Yeah.
And it just becomes like their guest house for whoever's visiting. I mean, they have like 2 slots that you could like rent.
Sure.
So I took my RV and parked it, and you're right on the golf course. So I went and checked in. We were talking to the guy, and he was all like, well, if you're here through Thursday, that's when this spot opens up because they're only open 3 days a week. They've got great pizza. Or you could go up to the Slab. And I was like, the fuck is the Slab? And he's like, well, it's like a big flat piece of rock with holes in it, but because it rains, it makes little pools. And he's like, but you got to be careful. There's some kids up there that smoke pot. And I was like, so the 2 other things that happen in this town is a spot that I can get pizza, or I can go smoke pot on a rock. Like that's
I would. Can we do both?
like
I know which one I'm doing first.
so.
And because I'm gonna need pizza after.
We had
first
to know
one.
because our tea time wasn't until the next morning, and we got there like 3 in the afternoon. I was like, I'm gonna go drive around this town. He's like, if you're gonna go get anything or get anything to eat, like everything in this town closes at 6 o'clock. Like nothing's open past 6, and he wasn't lying.
There's all on island time or what?
Fuck, I guess. Well, like there was people just standing outside the HEB just chatting with each other, and it was like a new HEB. Then I walked in to buy something. I think I walked in to get ice. And it was one of those ones where like I walked in the front door of the HEB and I could see the back wall.
Mm.
Like, cause it was just like one aisle. And then it's just like the back wall. And I was looking around going like, holy fuck.
There's a little.
We have gas stations bigger than this. And I only drove like 2 hours. It's not like I was, but it was
Interesting.
tiny. But I was driving around and I saw a thing that said game store. And I was like, no fucking way. So we drove up to it. It was closed, but it was a game store, shipping depot, vitamin store, and check cashing place.
That is a dude who is throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks for his business.
And I was in front of it.
I'll
and
bet you he's sitting in there and he go, one more person comes in, wants to cash a check. I'm opening up a check cashing in here too.
Yep.
And then Jim Bob walked in. He's like, fuck it.
it was wild. And he had like I recognized the stuff in the window because it was stuff that it was from brands that we sell, but I was like, that shit is from like 10 years ago. Like
Yeah.
that is. So we brought it all in. That had to have been a son or something was really into it. And the guy that started the fucking shipping and check cashing place was like, all right, we'll try and get you a little spot. And apparently he did have his own spot. Oh, in a vape shop. It was also a vape shop. There was another spot up the road he was in that was just the vape shop and game store. And apparently that shut down. They've moved it all into this one fucking building now. But it was wild. But yeah, when we did that trip, I took the RV and I was like, I'd rather stay in this than a hotel.
Oh, for sure.
Like if I can take the RV, I'd much rather just take my setup.
I think the next
Okay.
time I go, I'll take the RV.
So I just found an article that it's 13 things to do in Kingsland, Texas.
Oh my God.
But now, wait, there's a disclaimer in here after the first couple paragraphs. We were invited and compensated by the Kingsland Chamber of Commerce to feature Kingsland, Texas. As always, the opinions expressed are unbiased and honest based on experience in Kingsland. So 13 things to do. Number 1, Lake LBJ.
Sure.
Okay, you don't really get that. There's a lot. Yeah, okay, whatever. Number 2, check out Hoopers.
Oh, it's a restaurant.
Yep.
That was the only other place.
Hoopers is the original house used to film the 1970s movie The
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and it's now a restaurant.
3, explore the fun murals in Kingsland. Okay. Yep.
The Hill Country Riviera. Jesus Christ. That was Boat Town. That's where we were told on like Thursdays we can go get pizza.
They just put a fucking knee board on the fucking ground.
It's a wakeboard.
Number 4,
wakeboard.
golf in Kingsland, Texas.
So golf. So this was why we went, and we went because there's a place out there called the Lighthouse Country Club, which is
Lighthouse Country.
no, it's right there. It's privately owned. I met the guy that owns it, and it's an HOA golf club.
Okay.
But it started as just a private country club golf course.
Yeah.
He has now started selling pieces of land in there where you buy the plot, but there is no builder. Like you buy the plot and then you bring a builder in to build your house
okay.
on the course.
Nice.
But it's like deed restricted. So there was like 2 for sale. So we looked them up because we kind of wanted to know.
Yeah.
And they were both like 2,100 square feet, 2,200. Like you can't build some fucking monster on
Right.
this course. But you could definitely tell that it was couples that retired.
Yeah.
And all of them had either 2-car garages where there was like an SUV and then the golf cart was parked next to it.
Yep.
Or it was like a 2.5-car garage where you had like the 2 full-size garage doors and then the tiny
golf.
garage door next to it that had the golf cart in it. And I'm not going to lie, driving through the neighborhood, I was like, this is kind of goals. Like, this is out here.
I could do
There's
this.
nobody fucking out here. I can just go out in the morning, get my
Right.
fucking golf course. Like,
So number 5 is go fishing, which I don't think that counts because you're.
it already said visit Lake LBJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 6, visit Boat Town Burger Bar. Jazz, you did a better job than this fucking article did in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Number
I,
7.
I was motivated to check this place out. I'm not so much after
So there's
seeing
really
this.
only like 5 things to do here because number 7 is try wake surfing, which they covered in number 1 is go see Lake
Yeah.
LBJ.
Now, this is for Kingsland. I kid you not, 12 miles away is Marble Falls. So the next night, we just drove the 15 minutes over to Marble Falls. And we went to like Save the World Brewery and Bear King Brewing. And like Marble Falls has some really cool shit in it.
Sure.
And it's 12 miles away.
I like Marble Falls.
And this, though, the golf course legitimately was gorgeous. Very challenging. It's shorter, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It was wonderful to play on. I shot really well, so I'd probably just really like it because of that. But
yeah.
we've
We've also had a lot of fucking rain this spring in the area.
Yeah, this
So
course
golf course looked good.
the
golf
golf
course
was
look good
great.
right now. They all look good.
So I think I'd be upset if I was a member of the Chamber of Commerce for Kingsland and this article came out.
Try stand-up wakeboarding. There's
Right?
that place,
Trying to paddle.
Patio 9200. Scroll down. Patio 2900. I think that's where the cult meetings are because every motherfucker we ran into was like, "You should get pizza at Patio 2900." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And all the signs leading up to Kingsland.
What kind of Benedict is that?
That's from the Potato Shack.
Yeah, it looks like pulled pork.
Like a pulled pork Benedict? I mean, I would eat that.
I like the yeah.
But yeah, but when you're driving into Kingsland, there's just a bunch of signs with no directions or anything, and it just says it's good to be in Kingsland. And it's like every mile is just another sign that just says it's good to be in Kingsland.
Welcome to Kingsland.
It's good to be in Kingsland. And I was just like, are we gonna make it out of here? Like,
So the top 13 things to do is go to LBJ,
Get coffee.
look at murals, go to 4 different restaurants because that's all we have. Play golf because that's it. And that's it.
number 11 is just get a cup of Joe.
Get a coffee.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Number 12 is eat barbecue. And number 13 literally just says go shopping.
As long as it's before 5 o'clock.
This looks like a fucking that is a fucking antique thrift store, dude.
So
What are you talking about?
there was a thrift store there that I kid you not that was just called This Are It.
the treasure nook.
Nope. It was called This Are It, and it was with an R. Like just the letter R.
This are it.
It was
Oh man.
Well, that looks nice.
yeah. The golf was great. The owner of that course was fantastic. And they only served Nathan's hot dogs on that course, which
I
got
appreciate
fucking
that.
bonus points. For
I
me.
appreciate
Like, that. Was
That's a fucking power move, dude. Yeah.
that one I appreciated.
Well, it's
but,
because it is the superior choice in hot dog.
So
Sorry,
know-
Oscar Mayer Wiener. Nathan's
I was thinking
beat you.
about it, and you know what, Mikey, you like to swing a club now and again.
I do.
We've never gone on a boys' golf trip
We've
for
not.
like a weekend.
It's true. We could. I'd be down.
Because there's some packages out there that we can get that are like
Yeah.
really affordable.
It'd be fun.
Go away for a weekend.
Yeah. I have been getting the itch to fucking hit the links too.
I've
I've not this year I've probably golfed less than I have in the last five or six.
I've gotten my swing more dialed in. I don't lean into a lot of the whole like veteran group charity things very much, but there was one that I was hoping I was going to fucking be able to weasel my way into. But the guy that was running it went under. But he had somehow talked like the city and a bunch of the private courses and shit into essentially having like a veterans league that got to go play these courses.
Yeah.
And it was like a 9-hole league.
That's what Fairways for Warriors was trying to do.
And he had it set up, but it was things like you could go play the quarry, and it was like I think it was like $20 a week to go play in this league if you were a vet.
Fuck.
And I was like, fuck, the Corey's $160 fucking course.
Oh, it
Like,
just got redone. It's more than that now.
I played it Easter.
Okay, so you've done it since the renovation.
It
It's
is
fucking crazy.
boring.
Like, and it went up. Like their prices fucking
It is a
jumped.
boring fucking course. I'm sorry, San Antonio. I know that everybody talks about like,
Back nine's fun, but front nine's fucking terrible.
God, it's boring.
Yeah, back nine's fun.
I also just don't like link style courses, and that's what that is. It's set up to operate like a Scottish style course,
yeah.
and I just don't like link style courses.
I hate their driving range. Their fucking driving range.
You mean
is
their
terrible.
iron range? Because you're not allowed to use a driver on it.
Well, it's because you'll fucking definitely hit the guys on hole 1.
and 3 and 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
But we have some gorgeous courses here, and his stuff it would move every week. So it's not like these courses had to eat it every week. It was just like
Yeah.
it would move. It was $20 to play in the fucking league, and it was all about like vets getting together. And the whole push was actually like getting out there, and it was the fellowship piece because you actually
Yeah.
you're
Which-
really playing for yourself, but it was the fellowship piece, and then
That's what a scramble is. It's hanging out with your buddies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Pretty cool.
shit. That shit's fun.
that one I was going to try and weasel my way onto, but it was always like, well, either golf or I fucking suck start my shotgun. I'm like, all right, go golf. Guess I'll pay for my round.
Speaking of suck start, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
What?
I was going to talk about your email.
My email.
Yeah.
Oh. So I told the whole story of the weekend on the Warfighter podcast, and I put it out there. Hey, look, if you guys got questions, if you got legit questions and you want to ask me questions, shoot me an email. My email address is mikeyfahey22@gmail.com.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. I got that the week I got fired from Grunt Style.
Mike, I just want to remind you that you and I have a truce.
We do.
I just want to make sure that we're both aware of it.
You guys aren't allowed to sign each other up for anything anymore.
You
Oh,
just put your email out there, and I'm right now saying it wasn't me.
No, I know. I know. I mean, it's on my link tree. You've made fun of me for that enough. These guys, they're not retarded, man. They could have found it. Like,
You have a link tree?
I do.
You are an influencer.
I'm trying to get booked, man. It's like people got to find me to book me. Yeah. And honestly, a lot of times, like they hit me up through social media, and I do check my social media requests as often as I can, but shit gets lost in that, right? Like, because some of it gets filtered to the spam, and even if it's not, and I'm sure you guys deal with that at fucking Warfighter a lot.
We have an automatic message that says, if this is important, email us at info@warfightertobacco.com.
I know I replied to it the other day. I was like, you guys are fags.
I just still didn't see it. But
get-
did you email me?
I did.
I get
Well, Scott sends me messages from Warfighter all the
Oh.
time, like, because he'll be on the Warfighter account and he'll send me reels from Warfighter.
Yeah.
So it's like, so when I reply to it, I get your automated fucking thing, and I'm like, "Fuck you, man! You fucking sent me a message."
I get sent so much shit. It wasn't so bad. It was mostly like the web crawler stuff and my keywords right on my website. And we'd get emails. And then I joined my trade organization.
Jesus.
Ah,
It's insane.
It was just as bad when I was in the cigar industry too. Like, so what happens is your trade organization, thinking it's a tool, will take everybody's registered email, whether you're an attendee or a vendor, and they put it into one big fucking list. And if you're a member of the
Sell
organization,
everyone.
you can you don't even have to buy it. You can just, if you're a member of the organization, you can just get it.
Yeah,
But
so
then
we'll-
half of the members of your organization sell it.
Yep. Then they sell it to these other people, and then you get all of this fucking horse shit.
Yep.
We can help with your imports. And I'm like, okay,
yeah.
sure.
The best is like the 2 months leading up to the trade show.
Oh my god.
The amount of phone calls. Do you need hotel rooms? Go fuck yourself. Did I call you?
Dude.
No. So fuck off.
Dude, I had a come to Jesus fucking conversation with a fucking kid from AT&T at my doorstep yesterday. I had a fucking come to Jesus with this motherfucker because I have a very big no soliciting sign.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're teaching people what the word soliciting means anymore.
No,
The most-
Right.
they're not
You can't
teaching people
read.
how to read.
Yeah, right. But this
It's a
kid,
big word.
don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
he was very polite. And a lot of times when they're polite, I won't rip them apart. But this kid, he kept trying to fucking talk over me. And I was like, no, you're gonna stand there and you're gonna fucking listen. And I fucking fathered this kid. I didn't even dad him. I fathered him. All right. Like I was like, do you know why people have these signs? For a number of reasons. All right. Maybe they have special needs children. Maybe they have dogs that freak the fuck out. Maybe they work at night and they're asleep during the day and they don't want you knocking on their door. But either way, whatever reason that individuals have, they have these signs out here as a courtesy to you, not to them. It's a courtesy to you so that you know to not knock on their fucking door so guys like me don't come out and potentially fuck you up. And I was just like, and I was like, I fucking finger waved at this kid, man. Like I turned into a father that day.
AT&T
Like-
salespeople, man. I bought
It's like we don't know who AT&T is. Like, dude, if I want your service, I'll fucking call you.
I
know
bought a
who
new
AT&T
keyboard
is.
and mouse for my computer.
Ugh.
And so I'm at Best Buy buying my keyboard and mouse. And I am back with like the gaming keyboard and mice. My wife's with me, being very patient while I sit there and decide, like, do I like the keystroke on this one versus that one? Da-da-da-da. And this dude comes over and is like, hey guys, we finding everything all right? My wife looks over and sees the little name tag in the AT&T and literally goes like, I am nowhere near a phone, at a phone, near a computer, and I don't want your fucking services or fucking fiber. So you have 3 seconds to go away or I'm going to punch you in the fucking throat. And this kid went, cool, have a good day. And just turned around and walked off. And I never even looked up from the keyboard. I was just like, this one's creamy. I really like this one.
Pregnant Caitlin's probably fun.
She's amazing.
She's probably fun because she was like that way before the hormones kicked in.
She's just standing there in her pregger overalls. She
That
has these
girl.
fucking, they're bibs. I don't know what else. Like they're fucking their bib overalls,
Yeah.
but they have like stretchy panels in the sides of them, and she loves them because they don't restrict anything. And so she's just standing there in her fucking lesbian cleats and her bibs, and just she said her feet
Does she
hurt.
have docs on?
So no, she wanted fucking Birkenstocks.
Lesbian cleats, the Jesus slippers.
Just some of the lesbian, especially Birkenstocks. And I was like, if that's what you want, babe. And she's like, yeah. And I just handed her money. I was like, go get fucking Birkenstocks. I don't give a fuck. If that's what you think is going to make your feet feel better,
Hey, by all
you go fucking. She came back and she was like, oh,
Jazz,
my feet aren't restricted. And I was like, do they make you want pussy real bad?
Jazz, coming from a guy who's gone through being a husband of a pregnant woman twice.
Yeah.
You're doing it right. You're fucking doing
You know,
everything
fuck.
right, pal.
She's like, I want Birkenstocks. I pulled out my money clip and just handed it to her. And I was
Well,
like, 2
it's
stores
either
upstairs.
that or
Like,
you
I don't-
get murdered in your sleep.
I don't-
So
It's fucking
Yeah.
low maintenance. It is so
Yeah.
fucking easy. It like,
You're doing it right, buddy.
just, girl wanted sandals. Here. Right. Like, I don't give a fuck. I think these are cute. Okay, I ordered them.
Cool.
And like, I don't fucking.
this is not
Yeah.
the hill that I need to die on.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
She's doing all the hard work. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah. Our shit's easy. Wait till like she wakes you up at like 5 a.m. while you're sleeping in the delivery room, and like just don't do what I did, where you're like, "Fucking what?" And she's like, "I feel weird," and then you go, "Oh, why do you feel weird?" "I don't know. Come hold my hand." I'm like, "God damn it!" And you get up, and the nurse comes in, and she's like, "Oh, you're dilated like 8 centimeters." I'm like, "Oh fuck!" And I'm like, "It's
We're having
on."
a baby.
Like, and I'm the asshole. It's like, what the fuck, man? It's early. Ugh.
Jazz, have you done any prep for your living accommodations in the delivery room?
No.
No? You're just rocking it on the couch?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Do not wear open-toed shoes.
No. I don't wear open toed shoes anyways.
Yeah, wear like at least Crocs, something that is easily cleanable.
No. If I'm not near a body of water, I don't wear open toed shoes.
You're gonna be near a body of water, and you still should not.
I'm not worried about it. Caitlin hasn't really told me whether or not she wants me in the room or not. And we're going to do whatever Caitlin wants.
Yeah, I
I
can't imagine she's gonna say don't. E.
I do know when people asked about like, what are you going to do this, that, and the other? And like was it my mother? Somebody asked her about like, you know, you're going to go through this and natural, this, that, and the other. And my wife went, I have a platinum American Express card. I'm not going to feel anything. And I was like, that a girl. It just fucking, just dope it and ride it out.
Yeah.
They like just fucking.
Fuck it.
Yeah, people who are always like, "Oh, I'm going natural," you know,
Why?
tough it out. It's like,
Why?
why? We have the technology to
Why?
not have to do that.
Better living through science.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Tattoos are cool, but the next one I get, I'm using that numbing cream.
Fucking A. Okay, look, when I started getting it, that shit didn't exist.
Nope.
You just, and it was all the old fucking,
Yep.
the old machines and all
When
that.
I started getting them, it was guitar strings. It was
And
guitar strings. and
Now,
guns.
just the rotary machines are
Yeah.
so much better
Right.
than the old machines. And
Yep.
some of my next ones, like my next one's going from here to here, like all in one shot. And my guy asked me, and he was like, I've got the fucking shit. And I was like,
Fucking use
Yep,
it.
cool. I'm here for the art, not for the pain.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
Use it.
Like I don't give a fuck. The only thing I asked was, will it fuck up the ink?
Nope.
And he's like, no.
It's a good
doesn't.
question.
It doesn't do it. I just didn't want to do anything where it like it dilates your skin weird or it does
Right.
something when they with the ink and then it all looks fucked up.
That's
after.
why they
Like,
always use like Vaseline when they do it because it makes it.
it helps it glide. Yeah. But and I knew all that. I was just like, but this is actually like a numbing agent. So I'm like, is it gonna fuck up?
I love it. It helps the needle glide. Okay, so why do they put Vaseline on boxers' faces after they're cut? Oh, because it stops bleeding.
It also helps
the needle's
It also
gonna
helps.
needle.
It also helps the glove slide.
It helps the next punch fucking glance
The
off.
needle's
too.
gonna needle.
The needle's gonna needle.
The
but
Vaseline stops the blood from coming up out of the skin. It creates a seal over the top of it.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Wow, I've been fucked up the whole time.
man, my artists have always told me it was to help fucking
That's what I would say.
so that the needle doesn't bind up.
Yeah.
The needle's going to run no matter what the needle does, right? But the two biggest things why they do that is so you don't bleed after they already go over you,
Yeah.
or two, when they're moving their hand, because they always work from the closest to the furthest. When they're moving their hand, they slide it on the Vaseline, and it doesn't.
That may
smudge.
be what I think they're saying.
doesn't
to me.
smudge-
Wasn't like it helps with the glide. It
Oh,
made
maybe
these
it's their hand
so that their
gliding.
hand isn't.
It doesn't smudge the stencil.
Yeah, so that their hand actually glides on me. It's not the gun.
That could be
The
what they
needle.
do.
That's just like, I put CLP on so the bullet slides off me. Like, no, dude, that bullet's going through you no matter what.
No, I never thought
No, I didn't think it like that, but I'm just saying like that's what I'd been told
Yeah.
from tattoo
No.
artists.
because I do know that they're saying now that with these new rotary machines that are around now, that the reason that all this fine line shit that can get done now is that thing just moves so much easier through the skin than the old machines did.
Yeah.
That it doesn't like pinch and drag as much
Mhm.
because of the motion.
Yeah.
That's why they can do the stuff now that's like individual hairs and shit with these guns so fast. Which is probably why we're seeing these artists that it's like, how are tattoo artists so good now? And it's like, well,
They've
some
got
of it's the
equipment.
tools.
Yeah.
The equipment's come a long way.
Like
getting
you see
better.
a lot of.
Secondly,
you
a
see
lot of these people
lot-
are figuring out that people are willing to spend way too much fucking money on tattoos.
You see a lot of artists that are going like super, like niche. Like I only do fine line tattoos. And they
Yeah.
have to be smaller than a quarter, and I charge $800 for them.
There's a guy here in San Antonio.
No, seriously, there are people out there
fucking
that do that.
bananas, dude.
There's a guy here in San Antonio that only does full color Pokemon tattoos. And if you don't want that, you're not getting a tattoo.
Huh.
And I was like, cool, and you're not going to tattoo me. Like,
Yeah.
I love it personally. If you were an
There's-
artist that is telling me you can only do one thing, I don't want you tattooing me
There's
anyway.
always
Well,
been artists.
I
that are like
appreciate
that.
your honesty.
Yeah.
Because now I know who not to go to.
But there's always been artists that are like that. I only do black
Yeah.
and gray. I only do color. I only do pastel. I
Most
only
of the
do-
stuff that I
traditional-
knew,
Yep.
most of the stuff that I knew for artists was they had a style and they didn't move outside the style.
Right.
Like you'd have like an Amtrad artist, and it's like I only do Amtrad. I'll do whatever fucking topic you want,
Yeah. But it's gonna look this way.
but it's gonna be in this style.
Yeah.
My guy, and which is fine because that's what I want. But he'll do anything. You could bring him any piece of art and he'll do it for you. But if you want him to draw it, you're gonna get somewhere between like that World War II era American traditional and like 80s heavy metal magazine. And that's about as much change
That's a-
in there as you're going to get.
I like that spectrum though.
Yeah.
That's a fucking
I was like,
spectrum that I
dope,
would be
because there's
cool
no
with.
piece of art I want on me that doesn't kind of fall in there.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andy's a Warhammer player. So like, but he's done stuff that was like Warhammer style art, but then he did it. It looks like the stuff that would be like on the side of a van from the late 70s. Like all the blown out hair and the fucking, like it's
Yeah.
like, it's really rad work. And he's a
Chicks
great
with
artist.
rocking
but-
tits.
Yeah, no, 100%. And well, he did my sticker.
It was complimented this weekend because I had my bottle with me. That thing was joined to my hip. Like,
I sticker bombed his water bottle
Yep.
with the pinup girl.
but it was complimented. They were like, "That's a cool sticker," and I was like, "You should check out my buddy's thing, my buddy's game store." Kind of gave you some promotion.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
We're in a good spot. We're almost fully recovered from the flood.
Nice.
That's good.
Again, the Hartford insurance. Jesus Christ, it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Like
I know
Next level good.
a guy who's a comedian that I do open mics with, owns a store in your mall. On the other side, it's another clothing store. It's kind of like the suit place that I got my suit at across the way from you,
Yeah.
but it's on the other side of the mall. Yeah, he owns like a clothing store. Nice guy, another veteran, fucking good dude, fucking older gentleman, but funny. I like him a lot. His name's Rob. Nice guy. And we actually might start doing a mic in your mall.
Cool.
Yeah.
I know the Hawaiian place upstairs tried.
Did they?
It did not go well.
So I told him, I was like,
I know a bar you could probably do it in.
I'll come and fucking help support it, dude. But
Yeah, it did not go well. She bought the beer and shit for me for it, and it
Yeah.
did not go well. It went so poorly that she had to come down and ask me if I would float her bill for another week so that she could come and pay me for the beer later. That's
Wow.
how badly it went.
yeah,
And she only owed me like $180.
like if I was gonna do it, I would set up where the fucking Santa and Easter Bunny goes and just do it out there.
I wouldn't. I'd fucking do it on the stage in my place.
Well, shooting a special there.
Yeah.
Shooting special on that one.
What bar are you going to put a comedy special in, John?
Battle Pub Games.
Yeah.
It's the only bar I know in the mall.
I believe it's the only bar in that mall.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
We'll see. There's some big stuff in the pipeline. I've got a great meeting tomorrow and then another one next week. And I had one last week.
Was there supposed to like? Cause did there used to be like a restaurant that had a bar in there?
Mm-mm.
Wasn't there? Didn't there used to be like a BJ's Brew House or a fucking
No, that's across the street.
something in there?
Mm-mm.
I don't remember.
You might be thinking of North Star.
That might be.
They've got a cheesecake factory. That's how you know they're fancy.
That's Telltale One, man. That's how you know.
It's a cheesecake factory with valet parking. Explain that to me.
That's for date night.
What's that mall blows my mind.
Big
Like
standards.
people talk shit about my mall. That mall though, I'm like, so they have a cheesecake factory, a Saks Fifth Avenue.
Yeah, they're trying to be Lock and Terra. They're not.
Oh, the Saks has been in there since they built the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like it's always been there. But then it's like a cheesecake factory, and then you go inside and it's like Bob's House of Sports. And it's like, what the fuck is going on in this place? At least my place is all like collectible knit shit. Like it's all like specialty stores. And then you have like the random suit guy.
Yeah.
But like everything else, like there's a wrestling collectibles store, there's an RC place, a Lego store, there's a vintage video game store, there's me, there's like 3 anime stores.
It's super
like,
niche stuff.
like everything in there is like this really niche, like collectible.
and a Spencer's
Every mall has a Spencer's.
It's standard.
I think everybody in that mall could shut down and Spencer's would be like, not us. It's us and Dillard's holding it down.
Us Dillard's
Diamond
Chick-fil-A.
hands, baby.
Hot Topic.
We do have a hot topic.
Spencer's and Hot Topic.
Yeah.
We do have a hot topic.
Yep.
Our Zoomies moved out though.
I still remember.
Wow.
But Zoomies shut down like half their stuff.
I still remember when Spencer's used to sell sex toys.
They still do.
They
But
did?
now there's a curtain.
Oh.
They stopped for a little while.
They sell sex toys, but now there's a curtain.
Yeah.
So now they'll sell you a T-shirt that says like "Big Dick Energy" with an arrow on it, and then
Right.
sex toys in the back, and a coffee cup with a big titty chick on it that says like, "Don't talk to me before I've had 3 cups."
And then you can also get a studded necklace and a chain wallet.
Yeah,
Yeah. Some fucking replacement nipple rings and
yeah. I forgot about the body jewelry.
I remember I went into a Spencer's one time and got the little fake magnetic earrings and wore them home as like a prank for my dad. And he was just like, take that shit out of your ears. I was just like, wow, this didn't go nearly as well as I planned.
You did more gentle than I did.
Dude.
I came home with fucking both my ears pierced.
Yeah,
I know,
you
I was
actually
gonna say,
did
I just came home with my ears
it.
pierced.
I pierced my left ear when I was about 16.
How'd you do it?
Thumbtack.
Yeah. Did you like heat it up or anything?
What?
No.
You didn't
Stuffed a fucking thumbtack through my ear, man. I think
Why would you heat it up? That would hurt.
yeah, dude. I don't want to burn it,
Now
dude.
Now it hurts and it's hot.
Like, what
Is
the
it-
fuck,
Is
dude?
that how you get rid
I'm
of
not trying to cauterize the fucking wound, dude. Jesus, I was trying to open it up,
Bro, it
man.
was the
Yeah.
90s.
It's just
None
like
of us are worried about germs.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I drank from the water from the hose bib on the side of the house.
Yeah, dude. Shit.
This was when we'd all go hang out in the mall and we'd all pool together so we could buy one bottle of soda and everybody just passed it around.
Yep.
Like it wasn't
Yep.
worried about germs.
Fuck all that.
And we had the one chick in the group that everybody finger blasted that day. Like it was,
And they met her like the week before.
yeah.
For some reason, every week we met a new one, and they just replaced the last
And they
one.
all had the same haircut
And they all wore the same outfits.
Yeah.
It was all baggy jeans,
It was,
T-shirts.
or wide leg overalls.
it was the
Yeah.
90s,
Yeah.
guys. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. They all had auburn hair.
Yeah. Same haircut, tube top, wide leg overalls.
Yeah. Yeah.
and a little bit of a thong hanging out the back.
And they smoked weird. Like they didn't really inhale. They would just go. And it was like, whatever, she's putting out. Fucking, we'll deal with it.
Yeah. There's a lot of commune mentality in
Yeah.
the 90s. There's a lot of shared property.
I dated a girl once who didn't know how to smoke weed. And it got like, at first it was kind of funny because like,
It's adorable until they blow the bowl.
no. Like
Fucking-
at first it was kind of funny
Waste your
because
weed.
like I would just get retardedly high because I'd be like packing a third bowl and I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, okay, here we go. You know what I mean? And then one day I was like, okay, listen, we're going through a shitload of weed and I'm tired of getting this fucking high. So I'm going to teach you how to do this the right way. Then we barely finished a bowl. And then about 2 weeks after that, it was a conversation of like, wow, you must have been really high like all the time. I'm like, yeah, bitch.
Yeah.
And I went through a shitload of weed.
Yeah. You were expensive as fuck.
You know how much of my weed you fucking wasted because you don't know how to smoke?
No, she didn't smoke that much, but I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like just
No, dude.
imagine powering through like 3 or 4 bowls at it. Like, okay, we're gonna go smoke weed. Cool. And then like, you're packing your 4th one. You're like, fuck, I don't even know my name right now.
Justin, I pierced my ear to piss my mom off specifically. Had it in for 5 minutes, walked out. She called me a faggot. I looked in the mirror and I was like, fuck, she's right. I don't like this. Pulled it out and the fucking hole is still there.
Yep.
Like it never closed up. I could still put something through it if I wanted. And I'm
I think
like,
mine
God
would-
damn it. It's so
Mine are
frustrating.
closed, but if I ever want to get them pierced again, I'd have to go to like an actual parlor because I've got so much scar tissue because I've done it 3 times.
Jesus.
And there's so much scar tissue in my ear now that they'd have to like find where it is and then fucking throw a needle through it. Like
Yeah.
Oof.
No, I could fucking pop something through. It's
I've-
open.
I've thought
Never
about doing
closed.
it, but the problem is do you know why I don't?
Because you wear headphones a lot.
All the time.
Yeah.
It like either here or my other podcast or when I'm on my computer or like if I'm listening to a book or whatever, I have AirPods, but I have like big over the ear headphones I'd prefer to wear. And I'm like, I just think the earrings would be fucking
Yeah.
just in the fucking way all the time.
I
It's
see,
not that I,
Stabbing you back here and shit. You're like, what the
well, I always wore hoops. Like I never wore studs, but
Yeah.
like,
I had mine gauged at one point. So I guarantee you they're still open.
Well, yeah.
because you can gauge to a certain size and they'll still shrink back down. But I think if you get to what is double odd or whatever, you're
I went
stuck.
to 00 and that was the biggest that I went.
Maybe it's bigger than that. I know like Kibby's
It-
gauge. If he ever took them out, they'd never actually like shrink.
You have to
all the
like,
way
they
back
have to
down.
like sew them back together for you. Yeah.
Yeah,
type of
they
shit.
essentially cut a chunk out and sew it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They make your fucking earlobe look all weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never minded the look, but now just like I wear headphones too much for me to think about fucking putting earrings back in. I'm like, yeah.
Well, it's like cocaine. I was talking to somebody the other day and they're like, you've never done cocaine? I was like, no. They're like, well, you should. And I was like, I'm 43.
A little late to start now.
Like, I'm not starting blow at 43, man. Like,
Yeah.
no. like, especially now in the fucking fentanyl era.
How old were you when you started smoking weed?
Like fucking 10, 12. Like, I don't know. I was down there. I wasn't old enough to know what the fuck I wasn't old enough to know that-
How old are you when
Yeah.
you started actually smoking weed?
about 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 12. I had older friends, man.
Yeah.
Like all my buddies were like 15, 16. So I was like, oh, let's get this little kid high. That'll be funny type of shit. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay. You know, because
I was gonna say about 15, 16 was when it was really prevalent in my friend group.
Yeah.
And then
I started smoking cigarettes at 8, man.
Yeah, I didn't even fuck. I
That
was
was
young when I smoked.
fucking 2nd or 3rd grade. I was stealing
I was-
grandma's fucking Pall Malls.
I was never a big cigarette smoker. I was very social. Like if it was around,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
I would, but I was never like a
No, I'd swipe them from mom and grandma and fucking.
holy fuck. Speaking of fucked it, I have to tell somebody. So I'm listening to a book right now, and it's the end of the book. It's in the epilogue of this book, and it's right now it's 7 books long, and the 8th one's supposed to come out. And the guy's talking about a memory, and he's talking about his mom who was a smoker, and his dad was a smoker, and all this kind of stuff. And he was like, the last time he had to deal with a loss like he's dealing with, he was like, was when my mom tried to kill my dad and kill herself as a birthday present, but I only got half the present.
Which half?
And I was like, fuck, dude. Like,
Wow, dude.
that is a line.
Like,
But yeah, so yeah, in the arc of the story, his mom, as a birthday present to her child, tried to kill his dad and then kill herself.
I mean, I get it.
And he only got half the present.
But which
half?
She didn't succeed in killing him. And he was the like alcoholic, abusive one or whatever. So
Oh.
yeah. So ends up
So
only
she just took the fucking easy road out, huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
Like, fuck these kids. I'm just
I'm
tired of
out.
dealing with that drunk.
I'm out.
yeah. But I read that line and I was like, fuck, I have to tell somebody about that. That is fucking hard.
Yeah, that's rough, dude. That's rough as shit.
That's a hard line.
I watched Dune and Dune 2.
What'd you think?
Well, I've seen them before, but I rewatched them recently, like yesterday. They're amazing movies, but I am 99% convinced that it is based on ayahuasca.
Well, I mean,
like
the
the-
whole thing is based on a
Like,
mind-altering drug.
yeah,
Yeah.
And I'm 99% convinced now. I'm like, water of life, huh? I'm like, seeing some similarities
that's
here.
also what whiskey means.
Huh?
Whiskey means water of life.
That's true. That is very, very true.
It's not a unique.
But the way that particular technically book wrote it, but film portrayed it, it's very, very. I was like, yeah, that. And then I want to say that it's either that or shrooms. It's basically based
I
on.
mean, you need to keep in mind Herbert was like very active in the 60s.
Oh yeah,
So,
big psychedelic fan. Yeah,
hell of an author.
I
Dude.
mean, how else can you come up with this? Like, how do you come up with a storyline like that?
Of Dune?
Sober.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, sci-fi writers are a different breed
Well,
anyways.
first you rip off the Arabic like nations traditions. There's a whole lot of that
Okay.
going on in there.
How do you come up with Star Wars?
You originally want to write Flash Gordon and you have to change everything. Because you can't get the license to Flash Gordon. If you really want to know how we got him up with that fucking
That's
story.
how that went down.
Because he
yeah.
really wanted to do Flash Gordon as a serial. Couldn't
Yeah.
do it. And it originally was called Luke, The Adventures of Luke Starkiller, which was supposed to be a serialized show.
Yeah.
Couldn't happen. And so instead, he told yet another messianic story, which is all Dune is. Dune is a messianic story.
Mhm.
So it's all of those are actually the same story, but it's a space opera. That is quite literally, we have knights. We have the plucky kid from the slums that's going to go save the princess with the help of his knights.
Yep.
It is.
Yep.
And you just take that and you put it in space.
Yeah.
That's how you get Star Wars. Dune is, okay, if you had Jesus, but we were all really fucked up.
But we're all on wild psychedelics.
Yeah.
But Jesus is here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But by the way, Jesus, mad hands, yo.
Yeah, dude. Kid can fucking bang, bro.
like that's
And we're gonna make him look like Timothy Chalamet.
yeah.
Which, judging off the fucking character in the book, I wouldn't have called Chalamet as the guy, but he did a great job. Did a fucking fantastic job.
I think Chalamet works because he is old enough to play Gravity, but he looks young enough that you believe this is the teenage son.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these stories, it's always really hard to believe that it's like, oh, this 16-year-old is the savior of everything. It's like, how do you have that level of gravity?
Yeah.
So you needed to get an actor that had chops, but still played really, really young. And the reason that worked is that he was able to age up so much by the second film, because he does look harder in the second film.
And I've seen the previews for the third.
And he looks hard. That
Yeah.
man looks fucking...
It's like, oh, he's coming in.
yeah,
right.
that...
I think it's set 12 years after the last one.
It's supposed to be at the birth of the Golden Path. Don't get me started on Dune. We're going to go down I'm a Dune fan.
Dude,
like...
I'm not in. I'm recently.
Would
gotten
you still
into
love
it.
me if I was a worm? It's like
Not that kind of worm.
I am a fan.
Can I still ride you?
So, yeah. No. Because the one that becomes a worm isn't actually him. It's
Yeah.
his son who then fully embraces the Golden Path and then merges with Shai Hulud. And anyways.
Yeah.
I've read all the books.
Yeah,
Like literally, even the ones that
it's a fantastic story.
that Herbert's kids wrote that aren't good. And I still read all those.
Huh?
Now, luckily, they're stopping at the third one. But yes, it is supposed to be after the stability. And Paul essentially walks away.
Yeah.
But Duncan Idaho should come back as the clone that becomes the fucking sex god or whatever. It's a great story. If you haven't ever read Dune, it's fucking fantastic.
Yeah. Great. Have you watched the movies?
I have, and I can't remember it.
I mean, set aside 6
Have
or
you
8
watched them
hours.
sober?
Yeah, set aside 8 hours of your life because they're longer. than fuck.
Somewhat.
Like I fell asleep, took a nap, woke up, and was still into the plot line. I was like, all right.
That was the last. Dune 2 was the last movie that came out that I could justify going to the theater
Yeah.
because I wanted that sound system and that screen.
See, I go to the theater now, not for the movie.
I go for dinner now.
Every once in a while, it's just for the experience again.
Yeah. I'll
'Cause
go,
like
I used to go to the-
almost all new movies.
I'll go to Evo just
fucking
because Scratch
suck.
Kitchen, man.
I used to go to the Evo because the pizza was awesome. The cheesesteak is great.
And they bring you booze to your chair.
But it used to be that you could, the first time when the Evo first opened, I went and I was like, hey, can I get a Jameson on the rocks? And she looked at me, she was like, you can get a double for $1.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Done.
sold.
Yep.
Done.
And she was like, cool. And I was like, by the way, I'm not going to push the button, but when you walk by my seat to check on somebody else,
Just bring me another.
if you see it look like that,
Yeah.
you just bring me another.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think my bill at the end of it for my booze was like $14. And I was like, this is incredible. Like, I don't know how you're doing this, but
Yeah. That's
No,
why
that's
the
it.
popcorn's
It
so
has-
expensive.
it has gotten more expensive.
It
Their
is
drinks are
definitely good.
not that cheap anymore.
No.
Yeah. Now it's more like $14.
Yeah. A bucket of popcorn and 2 drinks, $30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, geez.
But now, man, like, I think I want to upgrade my home TV in the living room, and then move that one up into my loft. But some of this shit now, like as a movie fan and ones that want that experience, these like the Meta headset and all that kind of stuff, where you can watch that and makes it a 127-inch screen, and
Mm.
like I can wear my fucking Beats headphones and
Right.
like get that, and I'm like, so I can get this full movie experience
On my couch.
on my couch, and my wife can watch whatever the fuck she wants
You
to.
have a
and
theater. You have a theater room in your house. Though,
that's
bro.
true.
Like,
I was gonna do that to my loft, but I have to decide whether or not I wanted my game table or if I wanted a fucking theater in my room, in my house, and the game table went out. I had to decide which one I was gonna use.
Well, that's what that room was used for by the previous owner, right?
Yeah, the previous owner
There's a
put yours
movie.
in, right?
It was
Yeah, it's a movie room.
It's a movie
Yeah.
room, right?
They didn't really put much into it.
It had, like if it put speakers in the ceiling or something.
They
it wasn't,
well, so they had wires run, which was I appreciate that. But like one side of the room, they have like a little bench thing where like you put your TV on and stuff. You know, it goes wall to wall.
it's
And
been
then
a minute since I've been in that room.
the other side, they built a
The risers or whatever.
like an
right?
elevated platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, 8-10 inches, and then they have the movie chairs on that. But that's not permanent.
Yeah, it's just a platform
Yeah.
that holds the chair. I mean, like you could do it in a good sized loft. Like you could
For
build
sure.
a
You can do it
platform,
pretty much anyway.
put the chairs in. And stuff.
For sure.
But yeah, and I turned it into a cigar room.
Yeah, it's your smoking lounge, right?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind having it, but like really I'd want it in my living room so I could just like walk over to my kitchen and get whatever. The only thing that I want the speakers in the ceiling, and the problem is that it's on the first floor.
Yeah,
And if you've ever tried to run speaker wire
right.
in between floors,
No,
it's
it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
awful.
Like I'm half tempted to turn that into like my gun room as well.
Yeah.
And the main reason is because the only access to that is across the bridge, and then I can rig the bridge just
Ooh.
in case.
Little Claymore.
Yeah, you
Throw a
know.
little
but it'd be
Claymore on
dope.
it.
Like if you pulled that platform out.
Like
and
if
then-
I could take that into it and make it like a drawbridge, that'd be fucking dope.
You should,
That
get it
would
so
be
it,
fun.
you should get it so it drops away in the middle.
It's tall enough I could do it.
just fuck it so that
like-
both sides just
Yeah.
swing away.
It's like welcome to Squid Games, bitch.
Right.
But that room would be dope. Where the cutout is, turn that, shelve it all in,
Yep.
and let's put your bar in there. So all the bottles and stuff are on display
Right.
above that shelf. Table, big leather chairs, smoke eater in the window,
Yep.
and then on the back wall, just do the gun display. And then just put a safety
Right.
door on it. So it is just like a smoking lounge,
Yeah, that's it.
but it's also the bar
guns
and the
everywhere.
and the
Yeah,
guns
yeah.
and shit, and just be like, yeah, I get. There's man
Yeah.
cave, and then there's man lounge,
Yeah.
and those are the
My biggest thing though is I have to walk upstairs to get to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I wouldn't want my theater upstairs
Yeah.
because my master's downstairs and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And I'm like, dude, when I'm done for the day, I don't
I don't want to walk.
want
That's
to be
why-
like, hey, let's take everything that we just made upstairs.
That's why Forever Home has every intention of being a
One
one
floor.
story fucking
Yeah,
house,
my next
bro.
house is gonna be one story.
Yep. Like, yeah, I don't want to be an old man trying to go upstairs and shit. Fuck that. I don't want to go up them now. Well, fuck that. like,
You know what? I just don't like taking furniture up there.
also that part too. Yeah.
And mine is I have a goddamn switchback staircase. I fucking shit's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine's just one. Mine's an easy staircase. It's front door straight up the stairs,
Mine's
right?
not.
It's
Mine's-
super easy.
Mine's
The mover still broke my fucking banister.
It's 11
it didn't
it's
matter.
11 stairs and then it's a full 180 degrees and then 11 stairs
Yeah.
to the next floor. And I'm like, fuck. Every time I have to take something up there, I'm like, God damn it. Okay, take it out of the box. We're gonna take it on pieces.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyways, boys, this has gone on for a while.
Yeah.
Let's put a bow on this baby. Hey, shout out to our Patreon supporters. Again, man, you guys are fucking killing the game, dude. That link is below. And if you are not a Patreon supporter and you want to hear our one sip synopsises, we do branded content or specific content for our Patreon supporters every week. Comes out on Saturday, I believe. Correct, Justin?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, and it's just, plus you get this podcast before everybody as well. So,
Early access to the podcast and debates.
yep. And so there is some perks with that. Plus, you're helping us out, man. You're helping us out. You're helping us keep this fucking rig rolling.
You are buying our love.
Yes, it is for sale. We can absolutely do that. So like, share, subscribe, smash all those buttons and shit. It's really simple, y'all. It's 3 little things we recommend you do. It's not hard. You can do them at home with a friend. Doesn't matter. Jazz?
Smoke on.
John?
Drink.
Almost at Scott. I'm so used to telling Scott to say that one. And God damn it, kids. Freedom to fuck on. Later. Freedom and on.
Bam, 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 I ran. Bam, 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 I ran.